did, Luke did, Angie did. Okay, thanks. All she asked for, she said she met me on Tinder. Then it was, I met him in the office. She kept chatting his story. Then he had a brother called Craig. She did. I hope some of you remember that. Then he was Joey. My brother's called Joseph. All right, that's one of them, by the way. And that's it. All right, this is what she turned around and said. It was debunked. I'm going to play you evidence tonight anyway to prove that this person, not only is she a compulsive liar, but I've never been with her in my whole life. She's a liar. I'd also get a best friend in the box who fell out with me, who was horrible to me, nasty, for months because he thought I was all this stuff until he found out the real truth. And I'll call up and analyse. Well, that's what she's done. She's gone on here, right? And my big up Chelsea. How you doing, babes? My Chelsea. Yeah, I mean, she's gone on here, said all these lies, EQ's then aired her in the box. She's gone after her, say, oh, I want you in my box to say all this. So that made out that I was some kind of DV abuser, that this person was my ex. And it's absolute bullshit. I've had 3 relationships in the last decade. You know, decade before that, I was with a girl from when I was a kid. Then I was with my ex-partner, right? Who I share a child off. And then I'm with Talia. That's it. Do you understand what I mean? I've spoke to people in the past, of course I haven't think that I'm on about long relationships a lot longer than 6 months, just fabricated lies, but you're in the box and then people are just, oh my God. But you've got to understand, when there's new people on the platform, people are then believing that. So my daughters are watching that, my friends are watching it, even though they know it's not true. I've had phone calls off my friends because who's this bloody nut job making it? But I've had it already. I've got people who work for me saying, what's she lying for? Do you understand what I mean? This woman went to an office and the guy who run her, the manager, right, she accused him of rape. But I didn't really know all this until like 2 years ago because, you know what I mean? Just help the heroes. I was the gaffer, I was the CEO. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So anyway, EQ aired that. She knew it weren't true, but she done that to make me look really, really bad. On top of that, then Corey went along and goes, right, I'm going to dox this woman's address, a single woman on her own, with kids, right? And then people turn up at the house. And that's true before anyone says, oh no, it's true. Stop calling me a liar. It's true, right? Every single day then you've got the likes of this Sophie going live, right, getting clout. Because all she ever does every day is mention Talia and me.
Yeah.
The baby. I don't believe this about the baby, this about the baby, that about the baby, Rick's the Talia. And she gets a few views. I think she gets a few hundred and she's born this shit, by the way. Baby. You know what I mean? And it's coming daunting. I thought, fuck this. So I went down. So I never went to any ladies out.
He just said I'm boring.
An EQ. I never went to her. She's the instigator in all this. She's the instigator. So I went there very politely, who knocked that door. Regardless of knocking a door, right? One of her neighbours, who I don't know who she is, she inboxed me the address, or him, it could be any one of them, and said, we don't want her on our street. This is what they said. This is no word of a lie. We don't want her on our street. She's just moved in.
Thank you.
So I wouldn't have the address otherwise, would I? Okay, I wouldn't have the address. So her neighbours do not like her. They do not like her. I'm getting fingerput because it had gone on for, like, you've got to understand, guys, I have been at this off and on for 2 years with Evil Queen. She said the worst of the worst about me and about my mum. And I've fired back at her. We fight back at each other. But when people are turning up, right, to my girlfriend's house, she's got a couple of houses, so it's not just what, and there's an old woman there, she's 80. 80 years of age woman, right, and her kids. Then gloves are off, man. You've gone too far. You've overstepped the mark.
The gloves are on. It's not the fingerprints.
My stepfather's house, who's touching 70, and went, listen, there's a danger on Ricky's life. People are going to kill him. I swear to God, God's my witness, right? So they're going to kill him. They're going to do him, and people are going to come to your house. So she sent the police.
Everyone go salt and pepper him immediately.
People have ever gone to John's house. I know where John lives. I've never put John's address out there. I haven't aired it on here, but she decided to wear my stepfather's address, knowing that I don't live there. Okay? And then she turns around and goes, oh, Rick still lives.
So I fraudulently register a business there if you don't live there to avoid benefit fraud at Talia's house?
Dimitri, because Dimitri lives right by me. Dimitri have vouched for me. He's a good lad on the app. So it's just made.
Dimitri's a transgender man who lied about having the C word.
I've got a white car, I've got a black car. If you don't believe me, ask my mum to tell you. Absolute BS. Bullshit. But she's gone on and gone on and gone on. She's called me the worst of the worst of the worst. I've said bad things to her. She said bad things for me. Do you understand what I mean? But I went to that door to knock the door and say to her, fucking enough. Enough is enough. Because let me tell everybody here now, for instance, right, they have got so many enemies, so many big enemies, right, her and the other
Thank
fella, right,
you.
massive enemies of what they've said and done. Like, it is uncontrollable. You can't control what will happen eventually because these little lads nowadays, these junkies and these people, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Pay them a few quid, do whatever. They do not give a shit. So you're lucky I went round there, as far as I'm concerned, peaceful. I wouldn't go in there to put EQ or hurt EQ. She said a lot about me over the years. I'm an abuser. Abused her for what? I only ever met her twice. I say this all the time. But she's gone on for years. She's tried to break up my relationship. She's told lies about me. She said I was 5'2",
Thanks.
50 odd years of age. Wear a tube. I don't know any silly things, but that's what she's been saying about me. I touch kids. My missus touch kids. My cousin touch kids. Miss Reg touches kids. Do you understand what I mean? I've got so much more that I've got that I'm not going to wear today because I can't, which is destroyable. But I'm not going to wear that. But what I'm not going to do, right, is sit back. When she's turned around and said this, right, come round my house to tea. Come round. Come round any time you want, because if you come round here, I'll do this and that's it. Do you think I'm going to send my missus around, a little petite girl, right? Or would I go around to that? I'm no disrespect to that, and I'm not saying anything about her gender, but she's biologically stronger than my girlfriend. Biologically. I said I was going to do anything to EQ because I wouldn't. But I was going to tell her, fucking enough now. You know, enough. That man could have done anything to that little boy, and he could have, no matter what you can say. Oh, Rick's down the air. Look, it's true. It's true, all right? And I get Talia to put the camera evidence on here to prove it, so I'm not lying, okay? And when the kid's online, I care about that kid. I love that kid. Fucking love him, all right? And I mean, and the boy, he's got autism too. I'm going to defend that. I'm sorry, but this is down to Corey and down to it being instigated by the other one. And they think it's funny. EQ's got no kids. Corey's got no kids. So they think it's okay to do an FYP show and box children, put it out there. They think it's okay, it's funny. It's not funny, man. It's one thing when you go to my stepfather's home, but he's more than protected around that manor because he's got children around there. He's got nephews. He's got cousins. So there's more than enough people who would turn up that house within minutes if anybody could done anything. So but when you're turning up to a vulnerable woman on her own, right, who suffered real serious DV, go look in the papers, where somebody tried to literally end her life, right, and she thought it could be him or anybody else, and when the kids are in the house and she's at mass, and there's an old woman here, then I am going to stand on business, okay? I'm going to do that. Never come round to her and Iran. I came round to knock the door and said, enough is a fucking enough, okay? I come to your house. I told you to come out. You wouldn't come out. I looked through the window. I told you to come out. There was nobody holding around the back, like you said. That's a compulsive lie. No, there wasn't. Or there wasn't no, you said to everybody today, I called you a BEND. I was not once there when was you homophobic. If you are, play them messages. You've got my permission to play them messages. If you don't want to play them, send them to EQ because you'll play them. Or get somebody to, that's a lie. I told you this. Stop speaking about my girlfriend and about my baby. If you carry on, right, things are going to be different. That's what I turned around and said. The first time I said, right, what should happen? But then I went back to the window. I said, because one of the geezers said, you're in the window, you're in the kitchen, and you was in there. That's what you did. And then you said, the police come. The police never come. Do you understand how far your house is to I had to find a parking space to your car. It's about a fucking 3-minute drive walk down the road, so don't start chatting now. And I didn't go around for a long time because I went into the shop, got myself a drink and something to eat, so it's another lie. It took 2 hours for the police to come. And let me state something to everybody here now, Roy. If you feel under threat or something's going on in your life or somebody's been around you.
How would you know it took 2 hours for the police to come when he was at Corey's at 5:15 and Levi's at 5:30? How would he then know that?
On you, I'll call BS on that. Call BS because I know if something's going on at the moment and it's not allowed to be aired. You're not allowed to put the camera evidence on there because it's a court. You know, something's going on through it's an investigation. So go on in there and say, oh yeah, my dad said this. Oh, Rickster, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. I call BS on what you turn around and saying. 100%.
He does.
And as for the other fella, the Levi. Somebody knocked his door.
Levi.
He was there. His mother answered the door, right? And she went, he goes, can I speak to Levi? Levi, she goes, oh, Levi, what you want him for? He said, I just want to talk to him. And it was just a chat. And he turned around. She went, he don't live here. I went there.
That's not how it went. I've got the recording. I can play it if you need me to.
I said, Levi, I said, I know you're there. Come down and speak to me, you sausage. That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
He looked out the window curtain. He pulled the curtain to the side and then he put it back because he absolutely shot his pants because he did. He shit himself and walked back in. I walked slowly off And that was it. I said, if you don't apologise to my missus or you mention my missus again, I said, things are different. That's what I turned around and said. It's simple as that. That's exactly what I turned around and said. But I am sticking to my word in what I'm telling everyone, right? This is not about TikTok. This is not about me or just me or anyone. There's people you've upset. There's people that you've infuriated. There's people who don't care about anything or
I will
anyone.
play after.
Who are not like me. They're very serious players, right? And you've upset them. And you are lucky and you are blessed that I come to that door on my own, just me. Because I come plain-faced, knowing you had cameras everywhere to talk.
Just a reminder, here's Corey's timestamps. So, 5 o'clock, they were at the door. Oh, no, is that after Corey? I'm confused by the... Oh, no, the police... So, he showed the timestamps of when they got there. At 5 o'clock, here is the police... Corey, I can see a picture here clearly that shows the police outside Corey's house, and it says, yeah, 16:47 he arrived. 4 minutes later, the police were there. So he's wrong. How could he know when the police got there when he was at Levi's house, who was 35-minute drive away?
He was at 12 o'clock. It took me 4.5 hours to drive. 4.5 hours to drive from there. Hang on. Is that the one I know? Oh, I thought it was just Craig from years ago. It's not you.
Someone said if you watched the videos, you're not alone in any of them.
And knocked the door off. The windows were open upstairs. All the lights were off. She was there. She was 100% there, but she weren't answering the door. It's as simple as that.
This is the other man.
I was polite. I was nice. There was no shouting. There was no swearing. There was no threatening. You know
Rickster never went to Levi's door. It was that man.
Do that. Nobody said
Rickster hid.
I just, you know what I mean? Went there and we left. Okay. But I just let her know. Enough now. It stops today. You know what I mean? It stops today. Why did I try the handles? Right. When I went to the first door, I think it's just natural to put your hand on a door. I just leant on it. I didn't go, well, put down, let me go in the door. I would have booted the door off if I wanted to get in there. Same with Corey's door. You know what I mean? I'm a big lad. I'm 15.5 stone. I'm 6'2". If I wanted to get through Corey's door...
25.5 stone by the looks of it.
Back. You could literally walk through his gate into his house. It won't be hard to get to Corey's. It wouldn't. But, you wasn't alone. Listen, what I'm saying to you, I had a driver. Somebody drove me down. So what? Does it matter if I went with 50 people or went on my own? Do you understand? Corey said I went with 4 people. Corey said I went with 4 people. I don't went with 4 people at all. You know what I mean? I'm in the middle of Wales, right? I'm just me, right? I'm a driver. That's it. We've seen the footage. I know you have good.
He never said. He said there was 3 of them.
So you see that I was barefaced. And I went with me and one other guy knocked the door. It ain't threatening, Yvonne. How is it threatening? I said to listen, I've just told you why I went there. I went there that when kids get mentioned, when people turn up at doorsteps with vulnerable kids and people have literally gone through shit in the past year, then all gloves are off. It's simple as that. This is...
You'll do nothing.
Yeah, he said to me many times, Corey said, come on then, Rickster, come round. What will you do? You'll do nothing. All right. So he turned around, you won't come to my house, you'll do absolutely nothing. I could turn around and said, guys, I was kind. I weren't nasty. Nobody got the windows put through. Nobody's car got smashed in. Nobody's door got come off. For what's been said on this app, what's been said about the loss of my child, what's happened to my stepfather, what's happened to Talia's door being up with children, and what's been said about Talia, right? You know what I mean? You're lucky that I've been come there politely. Look, people think for some reason that I'm some kind of sausage. That, oh, Rick, Steve, you come round my house, I'll open the door and would have it. No, it weren't about that. I never went round to knock anybody's door, to break anybody's legs and arms. I went round there to say, I want it gone, I want it to stop. You've gone too far. There's a kid in the house, there's a child, and somebody turned up, and that person could have been a bad person. It could have hurt that kid. Do you understand? It could have went absolute pear-shaped. You can't be putting stuff online about everyone. I've never put Corey's address online. I've never turned around and said anything about...
No, but you put Lindsay's and you put EQ Minx's on.
Understand? I haven't doxed
Women.
Levi's address, ever. But he's doxed my address. He's doxed the address of my stepfather's. He's made up a fake account with Sophie and put all that stuff out there.
No,
That's
we
what
haven't.
they've done. Okay, but you're coming for me and Talia, and you're going on, oh, we don't like you, this and that. We have been intimidated, bullied, lied about, mocked. Our baby mocked. We've been mocked. We've been lied about. Right? You've had people jump in boxes to say that I'm kind of abused an ex, and everyone's laughed and said, yeah, look, it's all true and real, right? And then you want to call me the abuser, or you are how am I an abuser? I've never been done for hitting a woman in my life. I've never hurt a child. My DBS is clean. I haven't. Can everybody else say that? No, they can't. Me and my girlfriend don't ever argued because of what's been said and done over TikTok. But one thing about me, I have got a past. The people I'm associated with and know are not nice people. Okay, they would not come round that door knocking. They would knock the door. They wouldn't knock the door. They wouldn't give you a phone call, and they wouldn't come and put your windows through. I'm sorry, but they wouldn't. What you've said on children, what you've said on kids, what you've said about old people, what you've said about my dead mum, what you've turned around sending people round to the house. And I'm not saying that they sent someone, because I can't prove that. I believe that when they dox the address, that's why they've turned up to the address, because EQ went on live the other day and she goes, everybody, who lives close to Talia? Let me know. Tell me where you are. That's another thing that's done it as well. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? When she's got kids and there's a vulnerable person there. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Just imagine if there was nobody there and that kid was there, or that old woman was just on her own and there was the kid there. What do you think could have happened? You don't know what's going to happen. So when people start mocking me and saying, oh, Rickster, you went round EQ's house, you went round Corey's house, but you're never questioning what they did. I had no alternative, because when the police are being phoned, and it's taken, thank you for the when the police are getting phoned, right, and it's taken them forever to do anything about it, when there's vulnerable adults and children and elderly people, then when is enough? When is enough? When somebody comes through the door and hurts T, or hurts a grandmother, or hurts a kids when I'm not around, is that enough then? Is that okay then?
What's her grandmother got to do with it?
What would you say then?
Do they live with the grandmother?
What would you do if it was your kids, your family, your stepfather, your vulnerable nan? Tell me that I'm wrong. Going to somebody say, fucking enough's enough, when it takes the police forever. I went there to go on business to say that. I weren't going there to hurt Corey. Fuck me.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? He's about as harmless as a wet fart. Do you understand what I mean? Oh, come back down here, Rickster. And listen, mate, you might get what you wish for, mate, truthfully, because I don't care about your dad or the police, or I don't care if you carry on mentioning my girlfriend, firing up lies about her and my child, and lying about me, saying I'm a domestic abuser when that's not true, and you keep talking about Talia and going on and on and on. I'm telling you now, mate, it isn't going to be me you're dealing with. And is that a threat, Rickster? It's reality, Corey. It's reality, people. It's reality. You're lucky that I am the piece who wants to come down there. What I called you, chunky bum, because I didn't call you what I said you are. Do you know what I mean? And I think I need a bit of an Ozempic like you, don't I, mate? You never got rid of it naturally, did you? But I can. I go down the gym. I do train. Do you understand what I mean?
No, you don't. We've seen your belly.
I like a dad bod. You know what I'm saying?
An absent dad bod, because you don't see your kids.
Like I said, I don't care about the, did you have a burner phone? Yes, let me just say to this, right? I phoned Corey off my phone, right? It was blocked. Well, he's not blocked. He never blocked me. He's an absolute liar. He never blocked me at all. So I then borrowed my pal's phone to phone Corey to answer the door, because he wouldn't answer the door. And it wasn't until I walked off, he went, look, he's in the kitchen. And then he was in the kitchen. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So I never had a burner phone at all. I got one phone. So that's it.
No, you haven't. You pulled two out. Has he seen the footage? He's like this.
It's BS. Absolute, utter BS. There's a lot more people. Do you know how many messages I've had? Do you know how many? I haven't got two phones, man. It was my mates. Do you know how many messages I've had saying to me, what's EQ's address? Please give it me. I want it. And EQ's go, I won't do enough. I think how far she's gone lately and what she said about kids and all that, right? People do want her address. I haven't given her address out. I haven't given anyone. And that's like I turned around and said, that's a my mother's ashes. I have not given her address. People, pardon? EQ's? I said, I haven't given it out to no one. Pardon?
Yet.
Yeah, no, I haven't given it out.
Did you hear that,
I also,
EQ?
believe it or not, haven't get Corey's address. I've had messages from people, and I say there's a couple of friends of mine from the gay community, by the way, from the gay community. This is no word of a lie, and maybe one of them are getting my box in a bit and said, Rickster, I wish
Corey literally gives his own address out. He gave it out first. These people think they got one up because they've got it when he gave it out himself.
people in Wales as well, when I'm down there, who know me personally well, who have said to me, Rickster, I don't like him, let me know where. And I said, I'm not telling you where he lives. I'm not gonna, I went round there to say, Corey Wilde, stop mentioning me and telling lies about me when it ain't true. Stop mentioning my missus, stop doing it. It's enough. You know what I mean? I can't tolerate any more of the bullshit. I cannot take any more. Can't. You come on here, you earn a few quid, you got a cell phone's a few quid. I don't earn a few quid on TikTok. I don't come on here for the money. I come on here to do an FYP show, have a bit of a giggle. But it's been a war for 18 months. So if I don't do my FYP, somebody's speaking about, oh, he's done this and he's done that and he's this and he's that and talking on kids and that. I can't talk on that. I hate that kind of shit. I don't like, big up Rosie, I don't like anything said about kids. I hate anything said about kids.
Talia was talking about my daughter for about 2 hours the other night.
Hi, Sophie, babes. I know you cam too.
Hi, Talia.
I just want to show you like your own obsession here.
Okay.
You're sitting there.
Yeah, wait.
Cam 2 in Ricky because you have no content.
Oh, I've got some
tonight
content. Are you watching?
Is Ricky.
1 minute,
Now, the
I've got
fact
some
that People have
content.
gone to your fella's house. He's not come to the door.
Show it now.
Show what?
Oh, did you want to show something?
That address
Sad.
is Talia's, guys, because that's her car outside
so clearly, that says because you all want it to end, but you all want to keep Cam 2 and keep talking about it. Corey spoke about Ricky for what? How many hours?
Let me make the camera bigger so you can all see. Talia, I've got content. I'll let you wonder where I got the image from. But to say it's not your address when your white Range Rover is right outside. 1 second. Oh no, it's not Talia's house, is it? It's not Talia's house at all. The little corner bungalow on Ross Road. Da. How do I send this behind my pictures? 1 sec. I've ruined my layout now. Sorry guys, give me a minute. Why is it not going behind my pictures? There, send backwards. Oh, it'd be easier to just move that. Yeah, Talia, you don't want the smoke, bitch. Oh, sorry, 1 sec, yeah.
And start speaking about her and tell you what my thoughts are, but I've got so much in the background going on. And I'll be honest with you guys, and I know, I'm not going to say, I want to say it once, right? I know you're not going to believe me, but I could ruin EQ now. I could ruin EQ this second now, and all of you should turn your back on her. And I tell you the reason why. I've got stuff that is so damning, and I'm not lying, right? I've got it, and Bradley got it. I've got it, Brad.
Where is she?
No, I've really got it this time. I've got it.
She's gone now.
This happened over the last 48 hours, and I've got it. And when I show you, you're going to be like, what the actual fuck?
I'm staying right here until she comes back.
Okay, but I ain't said anything, have I? I've made a promise.
Sophie emotionally abused her child.
Oh, talking about children, you
Love
peddalo.
babe.
Come on, Talia. Come on the screen, honey.
I'm not going to do it as of yet. I can't be bothered. Let us speak about because I've been asked not to do it yet.
Every time you open your mouth, Rick, it's a lie.
I'm not, listen, if you know me by now, people, yeah, you know that I say how it is. You know I'm straightforward. That's why some of you like me and some of you don't like me, right? Guys, you're not going to get in my box for clout. If I don't listen, if you're not my mod, if you don't subscribe to me or we don't get on, I'm not going to let you in my box to say, oh, Rickster, you shouldn't have done that. And that. You never get any in my box. You won't get any clout. That's it. I will open my boxes to the people I want in my box. That's it. If you want to have an opinion, if you agree or don't agree with what I've done, of course I'll let you in my box. But I'm not going to let you come in here and shout and say stuff that's not true. It's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen.
Thank you, guys.
I want to know, is Wayne, are you in the chat, mate? Because I need to get onto another couple of whatever. Uncle.
Oh, Zia's in the box. I'm afraid to come on because I know what she's gonna say.
Yeah. And listen, I want to say I've had a lot of messages about this Zia as well. I've had an awful lot of messages. Let me just say this to you, Sophie, because obviously you don't know how to bring up your kids. Let's be honest to what you do.
I told you.
It's coming from the deadbeat.
I told you.
What do your kids call Zia, Nan?
They don't call Zia Nan.
She gives you money, she drops you mom. Why are your kids calling Zia? That's weird, isn't it? Just to let you know.
No, I call Zia Mum.
Mum, honey, it's Mum.
Mom, she's American. She's my mom.
That's another story.
That's right.
You've got absolutely no content. You go back to your 300 views tomorrow. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Okay, Rick.
No, because I'm going to rinse this as long as I can, Rick.
It's to me, it's just like, take my...
Oh, Talia.
Woman who drops me a few gifts, Nan. I just won't do it. It's a bit hard.
Nan.
You find it funny, but then again, what I've heard come
I swear.
you're not really compass mentors. But let me just turn around and say something as well. Right? You're a real bad person. You're real bad. What comes out your mouth, right? And you've carried on mentioning a girl and you think, let me just tell you now, right? This to this day, for everything you say in this life, there's repercussion and consequences. And I know people say you'll do nothing. You've got no idea. You've got no idea. You've got no idea. Okay. Because I'll tell you all straight now, every one of you, I will never,
Thank you, guys.
turn up at anybody's house again.
Oh,
because you can't, Rick.
Got it. I was waiting hours last night. You're only 20 minutes away.
Because if you do, you know what's going to happen.
Let's stop talking about the
Don't be a martyr.
If it's on the FYP, then play it, right? But don't make lies up. Don't say shit. That's it. I will never ever come around your house ever again. But out of everyone, besides EQ, who's obviously a raving loon, Corey, Levi, do you know I can't stand the worst? Bailey.
You know, for someone that says that he's such a God-fearing man,
horrible, and
he speaks the truth.
God, she's horrible, man. I mean, far from real.
There is no way this man can believe the shit that he's saying right now. I'm so livid.
Someone dropped me a uni immediately, so it pisses him off. He sees it at the top of his screen.
Anyway, is Wayne in here or what? Because I've got something.
Oh, he'll say you did it. You did it yourself. I wouldn't even bother. He's nothing but an idiot.
Me. Therefore, I will not be discussing them anymore. However, if Rickster does turn up to my house, I will keep it off the app, which I've done already. I have informed the police, Surrey Police, as well as South Wales Police, when they arrived yesterday, Rickster, when you scurried off and jumped in the white Range Rover and drove away. Lol.
Thank you for the gift.
Why didn't you just stay around and explain to the police what I've apparently done so wrong to cause you to come to my home? Why didn't you stay around and do that? Thank you so much, my Shelby. I love you. Did I get a pin for my 5 subs earlier? I don't know whether you did or not. You can get paid now, though.
Get your cues from Talia.
Can you stop hitting everybody who sent big gifts, please? Thank you, TikTok baby. All right?
Tell him what to say.
Hopefully he's making sure the microphone's muted this time so they don't hear him arguing.
Yeah.
You, Demi,
make sure you tell him.
Drifting cars everywhere, Demi, darling. Thank you so much, my Demi. But again, as I said, you come anywhere near my home, regardless what day or night it is. The only way that you're going to get into my home is by kicking the door in. And if you come through my door, then it's just retaliation for what comes next. All right? I am not scared or intimidated by anybody. When I had bricks flying through my window from Sam Walker, did I leave? No. Did I run to a hotel? No. Did I move my car?
No, Mummy, he would not do any of that.
So I'm certainly not going to be scared of you. All right? Can everyone make sure you drop and down me or follow me? Therefore, I will not be discussing them anymore.
Oh, don't worry what the chat says.
You're on KJ, right?
There's rude people everywhere.
I will not be discussing them anymore. However, if Rickster does turn up to my house, I will keep it off the app, which I've done already. I have informed the police, Surrey Police, as well as South Wales Police, when they arrived yesterday, Rickster, when you scurried off and jumped in the white Range Rover and drove away. Lol. Why didn't you just stay around and explain to the police what I've apparently done so wrong to cause you to come to my home? Why didn't you stay around and do that? Thank you so much, my Shelby. I love you. Did I get a pin for my 5 subs earlier? I don't know whether you did or not. You can get pinned now, though. Luke, thank you so much. Luke, can you stop pinning everybody who sent big gifts, please? Thank you, TikTok baby. All right? So again, Rick's...
I've got some videos to show you guys, and I've also got some other content I need to show you. Before...
Content. That's content, right?
He's going to play videos of me, watch.
Yeah, that's content.
There is some content for you.
Slag bits out. Oh. The language is a pod. That's me about nearly 2 years ago.
Right, tell him you're calling the police on him.
So this is talking about a woman, right?
This is my daughter.
Having a
Are you
child.
okay? Are you good?
Having a
this is
child
about
down here.
woman
Everybody
who
report him,
literally
please.
He's the worst of the worst. A right bad person. Really.
This is a clip of me and Billy role-playing phone calls. So then I was like, go and ring the police now. But apparently it's alienating my kid.
Child, so this alienation towards their father. Would any of you ladies allow your child to alienate the father like this and say this kind of stuff? This is the kind of person.
Well, you wouldn't know, Rick. You don't have your children with you. How you like that one?
Daddy will not answering.
You have to voice fail.
I think
Ring the police now. Ring the police and tell him about everything your dad said that's me.
This is a massive enabler.
Everything.
This is bad.
Hi, police. My dad's been mean to me because he just said I'm just a bitch, and he was screaming at me.
What else? Tell me he's going to take your eyes out.
She's funny.
He's gonna take my eyes out.
Tell him he's going to kick your ass.
He's gonna kick my ass too.
Yeah, say please.
Oh!
I don't
How old's
feel
that kid?
safe.
3?
Can you please remove
She's
my
4.
because I don't feel safe.
I mean, and this is the mother.
Her dad found that
This is the mother.
funny.
This is the kind of mother you've got. Look at this.
Sophie Bailey throwing her actual feces
Oh,
at
guys, you want
her
to see this?
kitchen
It's
wall.
funny.
Money
This
must
is
be
great.
really
And the kids
tight.
have got to go in there.
Right.
This is great.
Am I throwing it at the wall?
Yeah.
What, for a bit of clout and a bit of concept? This is somebody
Okay,
who do
right,
go
ready.
really far and
Oh,
extreme
fuck's sake.
to get
Right,
a
Because
okay,
he
you
can't
get
do anything else, honey.
She'd go.
Just so you know,
He's
guys, this
reaching
is the
so far.
second time I've done this. It was a dare battle. I've also pissed myself in the shower for a dare as well.
He always does her dares.
They've got to go in that kitchen. They've got to eat, and I don't care how many times you bleach it. That's out of your guts. That's out of your backside.
Tap the screen.
I don't bleach my backside. I don't need to.
Throw.
Pink.
Things would have went all over the floor, all on the wall. Do you understand the germs and diseases that's in a human system?
Oh,
It's
it builds up immunity.
absolutely disgusting.
In fact, builds up your immune system. Get a grip. There's more shit coming out of your mouth than there is out of my ass.
You know what a heathen he is to speak about God, and then he acts like this? Honestly.
Kind of mother you are, Lord. And that's what you're supporting. That's what you're paying for. I didn't see it, Pharaoh.
I can't tell you how it was, guys, because I'd actually stopped doing it then. That's why I'm giving it to my friend in the picture. But I used to love getting on it on a weekend, I'll be real.
Put your right arm in, your right arm out, in, out, you shake it all about. You do the okey dokey and you turn around. That's
Honestly.
what it's all about. Oh,
The okey dokey. Whoa, the okey dokey.
Pharaoh, you're in here. You're a good friend of mine, right? Do you find this really offensive? Because I know my kids
No.
are mixed race as well, and they found this really offensive and disgusted. All right, but I want you to see. Tell me, look at this. So there's Sophie Bailey.
It's a meme.
And look what she's putting in here. Watch.
He really thinks he's intimidating you. You
She's
know
doing with the
that.
lips there.
Yeah, that's me saying that's what I'm going to look like
Tomorrow,
tomorrow
look
because I was
what she
having
put
lip filler.
They put black people in a field cotton picking.
It was part of a conversation in the
understand what I mean?
phone call.
And
You
that
can
is
see
probably
above
one
it
of the
says phone
worst
video
racist
call.
things I've ever seen, ever.
Keep going, Rick.
The way people were treated back then and what happened to them,
He just shows
their ancestors.
how intimidated
And
he is,
and that's what she
sweetheart.
puts in there. How
thinks
disgusting
I'm-
is that?
he
How
thinks I'm gonna
racist
stop
and
cam to him,
vile is
but
that
I'm
as a
not.
person? It's deep, innit?
This has all been over TikTok for about, what, 6
This
months?
isn't somebody calling someone the N-word. This is somebody who's got it built in them, really built, because they've gone right into detail. Look at that. Look at that picture.
Yeah, my ex-boyfriend that I apparently caused to alive himself is not a white man.
It's I can't believe. I don't know whether Torian's jumped on this. I don't know, but she's the kind of person to rip someone to shreds. But that is what you call.
There you go.
With be racist.
Now he's saying that Torian just rips people to shreds.
Say that, and I'm not talking people. I'm talking that is dark. That is really, really dark. You know what I mean? That is really,
yeah, you're
really
very dark, Rick. You really are.
And I don't know how you can get away with doing stuff like that.
Just like how you get away with everything you do.
Look.
Same thing, babe.
No, my smile's here, Talia, baby. Still talking about kids,
and
you
I'm already
nonce.
seeing results. Then she's got, basically, you've got a man there.
It's a meme on Instagram.
He's got pigments in his skin. As you know, you've seen that.
Just let him talk, sweetheart. He's just showing how effective he truly is. Him and his missus.
So this proves one of the kind of people that you're...
Do you want to see Talia's car outside our house?
The kind of person that Sophie Bailey.
Talia, in case you missed it.
Sophie Bailey, please go over to Cokie Sophie Bailey. There's loads of...
It's hate crime,
Coco. It's disgusting hate crime.
Outside 5 Ross Road. But apparently not her house.
Yeah, so it's a Cokie Sophie Bailey. Everyone go over there, give it a follow. Give it a follow, go and have a look for yourself. And just check out who Sophie Bailey really is.
So this is all Talia. Talia did all of this because she's insanely jealous, honey.
The doxing and that.
Just keep laughing.
I do.
Just keep laughing, babe.
Accusing us of doxing people's addresses when me and Levi have never once doxed anybody's
Oh, I have now.
We would never do that.
I'm such a hypocrite. I've just done it.
All right, darling. See you later. Have a nice time at 25 Foxcliff in Notting Lane in
If you listen to the beginning of the clip, you'll hear him say my address first. That's why I did it in retaliation.
You know what, hon? You can't. You never go lower.
This was when I used to drink all the time. This is why I'm sober now. Look how much my carrot. Look, you can even tell I look rough as fuck.
No, stop. You're just talking to a random person, I'll stop.
No, but this is what I mean. Don't come for me and start making it a threat that you know my address, because two can play that game.
There you
if
go.
I found out Levi did that, I would lose my shit with him.
There you go, guys. There's his number. Feel free to screenshot and call him all the time. Tell him he's a racist cunt, and tell him...
Do you understand what I mean, guys?
Go get some more content from Talia, honey, because this is old. Get something new, babe.
It's in Cobham. Oh, right. So this is when I used to do OF, you know, when you have to go meet up. I can actually show you a video of all the people that were there. George Fenson was there. Ellie Nuts was there. I mean, multiple other girls as well.
The address is out. Talia. All right. Yeah. Corey heard it. I heard it was instigated, but they're the guys.
You never said you weren't any.
So there you go.
You know, you never said that you were pure and innocent.
So I want to talk about this person, guys.
That is general, yeah.
Because I think some of you
he doesn't admit anything.
I'm to show you this. Please keep tapping and sharing, guys. Get the heart me's and the bracelets in. We play this.
He is outing himself.
Right, can we go on to my FYP then, and we can show some clips of Talia crying?
Yeah, I'm going to jump down because I got something to do. I'll be in the comments, but I'm going to be on my other phone.
All right, darling. I'll speak to you soon.
All right, guys. She wouldn't come on, though, would she?
No.
I don't think so.
No,
she won't face me. She will not face me. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. I'm not his new obsession, guys. I used to be his obsession before he was with Talia, and Talia hated me because of it, because he always wanted me in his box, and she used to get jealous. That's why
I didn't expose her on KJ, where she...
There's a deep-rooted issue here. It's like a jealousy thing. 1 minute, let me log into my other account. I've got some clips of Talia crying in the middle of the night in January. Strange date that. Wonder why that would have been. Because somebody left her. And changed his cover photo. How dare he change his cover photo on Facebook from her to his child. Everyone keep tapping the screen, please. Thank you. Right. Let's show him. But you know, everything was EQ's fault, wasn't it? It was nothing to do with Rickster. Nothing was Rickster's fault. Right, let's go on to it. No, he's not got banned. Not that I know of, anyway. Right, guys. Oh, look, when I go on it goes, you've been blocked by the host. He blocked me ages ago. Right,
You wanna fucking
11th of January at 1:51 AM in Ross Road House, number 5 to be precise. 1 second. But it was EQ's fault. Are you ready?
fucking tell the world, right? You wanna make a statement, you wanna replace my pictures, you wanna delete me. Of everything. If you're gonna make a statement, then let's make the fucking statement. Let's make the fucking statement. Because I never did any of that. I never did any of that. I don't care if you're fucking laughing, laugh away. I've got nothing to hide. Nothing to prove. Right? Ricky, I know that's you. I know you're Billy Plain, you fool.
You fool. Sorry, it's really laggy, guys. This was in January.
Fool.
It's a very laggy clip.
Fool.
Who recorded this? Lenny, you did a shit job. Oh, she pauses. Why did you go in at that point? Lenny, do better on your clips. Oh, it was her Wi-Fi.
He's fucked off.
That's terrible. I'm so glad she's upgraded it. It was awful when Ricky was doing his fail exposures on that internet, wasn't it? Her internet's so bad.
He's fucked.
The terrible internet gets me every time I watch this.
He's fucked. I'll tell this woman how to get a green screen.
Oh, I know which Talia's prettier.
Yeah, please help. Is it? Oh, effects. Oh, my battery's gonna die. So, is that it? Oh, fuck it, I'll just use this one. Okay. So so that used to be a picture of me, and that used to be a picture of me. Well, obviously it's not a picture of me anymore. For some reason I'm not there anymore, and he's replaced me.
Imagine at the old age of 40 crying about your man changing his cover photo on Facebook, and then listen to what she says. So apparently I'm alienating kids.
Of course, with the child.
Of course, with the child. Sounds jealous of Ricky's kids.
I'll fucking take this off.
God forbid a man changes his cover photo.
I'm just gone fucking mad.
But I'm the one that's lost the plot, because you would never find me crying like this over a man. I lost all sympathy for her relationship that is abusive when she joined in with doing it to other people. That's when I lost sympathy. Defo a bunny boiler. So let's just get some facts out there tonight. So, obviously you've all seen this.
Do you want a nicer photo of this gentleman? Let me get one for you. This is the gentleman.
Thank you.
Drag it over here for you. So this gentleman was outside my house yesterday. This gentleman. By the way, Chelsea, you haven't seen these, very sorry.
Thanks.
But this is the gentleman that was outside your property yesterday. And then he was outside mine. Now what I want you to bear in mind, let me make my box smaller. What I want you to bear in mind here, right? This gentleman is with Rickster. I don't know him, right? But my camera footage is a little bit better than most of yours because mine was in the day, right? But this gentleman here, watch the way he looks at my door, lifts his leg to kick the door, realises there's a camera.
And as you can see, that's the exact same man that was at Levi's house, same coat and everything, bit of a clearer view of him. If you want, I'll upload that onto my story for you to see if you want to see. But apparently he was at the door on his own, as he keeps saying on the internet.
And then he pretends to tie his shoelace. Watch.
Guys.
Oh, I'll tie my shoelace. I'll look down the road where Rickster is. I'll tap my foot in and I'll walk away. So we'll reverse to the front again. And again he notices the camera. Drag it to the front again. See, he was going to kick my door. He was going to kick my door, but he didn't because he knew there was a camera there. Then, gets a little bit better. We've got an impression of Rocky Balboa turning up on my door. Again, I'm a GAY man. And this guy is homophobically abusing me online. You all know this anyway. And this is him turning up to my property with 2 other men. Not 1, 2 other men. So Rickster did not come on his own.
It's on my story, guys. So obviously the little check his shoelace was a bit of code for he's got a camera, so be careful. Do you know what I mean? But come to the door, he's in. That's what he'll have thought. Now, does he really think that Corey is going to go outside to 2 men? And you can say there was no more, but there was one at the back gate. And Levi can also confirm that there was 3 of you outside his house. But you stayed hid out the way, didn't you, Rickster? You didn't go to the door, but your friend got scared when his dog went outside. And of course he wasn't going to answer the door. You joke about it yourself that he didn't leave his bedroom. You thought he was going to go to the door. And when I saw Rickster on camera for the first time, oh my God, what the fuck? He was calling Levi 24 stone when we all know that was planted information and not true. The man looks 8 months pregnant. I'm questioning whether it's Talia carrying the kid or him.
He came with 2 other men to my home. My home. And Angela, this is Rickster. Now I know what she's going to say. No, it's not. Why would he go to Corey's? Let me play you the audio. The audio where he's shouting through my door for me to open my door. Look at his hairline. I'd also want to remind you, look at the background of his head where he's balding. Now, Give me 2 seconds, let me just rewind that. Watch the way he walks up to my door and tries the door handle again. See? What were you planning on doing there, pal? Coming through my door? Is that what you were planning on doing?
Thank you.
You've got your fist clenched in one hand. Clenched, sorry, is that the word? Yeah, clenched. You've got your fist clenched in one hand, and then you're trying my door with the other. And you didn't just turn up on your own, Rickster. So you're not the big bad gangster you think you are, pal. I actively encourage you to come back to my house now. Actively encourage you. D Green, thank you. Because I didn't know you were coming. But I certainly was not going to open the door in any way, shape or form with one man waiting outside at the back of my home and then 2 men waiting outside the front. Alright? I have reported this to the police, but if you wish to come back here, give me the heads up and then we can have this big wild scrap outside. And he has the audacity to call me big. Look, he doesn't come on his own, girls. Doesn't come up on his own. He comes with other people. He cannot come on his own.
Top Girl just says something controversial. She likes to go against the majority just so people talk about her. It's what she does. Little do people know that no one cares about her. She sits behind a green screen. She's just another Canadian Angie, but from Salford.
Corey! Corey, open up, Corey!
Corey!
Are you a boy? Corey, come and open the door!
Do you notice how he's quite polite on knocking mine like that? He was quite polite knocking mine like I was bashing hell out of Chelsea's.
Can you phone?
Here you go. Use the 2 mobiles.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Corey, come out, just want to chat with you, pal. Come and have a little chat with me, mate.
No, not when you got 3 men there. Why would I come anywhere near you when you got 3 men there? Absolutely not happening.
Thank you.
Where was Bella? So what happened was, I was in my living room, I was watching telly, so I grabbed Bella, took her straight upstairs, put her in the back room, shut the door on Bella, then I went downstairs, straight on the phone to my old man, and this is a 2-minute interval. He told somebody that we both speak to that he was outside for 15 minutes. He was knocking my door and gone within 3 minutes because I had half of South Wales Police outside, which I'm more than happy to show you of them.
Not got 2 phones though, has he? Even though he just pulls a Nokia 310, whatever the fuck they were called. You know what we all had as our first phone when we were like 10? He's just pulled one of them, which is clearly picked up from the supermarket on his way. All his friends have got little burners to call each other on in case the police come so they can dump them. Like, who do you think you are? You're not a soprano. He's on a religious pilgrimage around the UK on the hunt for Manjaro. The fucking porky prick.
Flying down the hill in the 4 riot vans that they brought. Thank you, Hayley. Look at his little burner phone. Oh, big bad man. And I imagine the person he was calling was the guy waiting at my back gate. There was a guy by the back gate, a guy just behind him, and then him shouting through my letterbox, banging shit out my door.
Ken's.
Right, hold on, there's more. There's more. I've got another clip, but I can't play it, but I will upload it. But he was very homophobic because he was shouting through the window here. There's a window where that is. Can you see my mouse? There's a window just on this wall here. Big up, Liam. So I don't know who he was calling.
Yeah, listen, Chunky Bum. Chunky Bum, listen, come and answer your door, bro.
Chunky Bum? You're double the size of me, pal.
No more chances otherwise with me.
It's your last chance. Come and answer the door and have a chat. Look, man to man, please. Come on.
Man to man. How is it man to man when you're turning up with 3 men, not just yourself? So how is that man to man? If you went outside my house, drop me a WhatsApp, thank you, Leanne. If you drop me a WhatsApp and said, Corey, I've driven 2.5 hours away, I want to have a chat with you for whatever reason,
Thank you, Andrew.
I'm on my own, there's nobody with me, I promise, I would have opened the door. No problem at all. I would have invited you in, I would have made you a cuppa, we would have sat down and we would discuss whatever you think we needed to discuss. But you turned up heavy. You turned up with 2 other people.
Pardon the pun, he didn't just mean his gut.
You parked 2 streets away in your girlfriend's car, which, by the way, Rickster, you're not insured to drive, so I'd be very cautious on what car you drive down your next. Bella, thank you. Rickster, did you also notice 2 doors up of the car that was in the drive? That's a CID car, just thought I'd let you know.
Come on, I want to hear you talk about my kid and call me this domestic abuse and all these lies about me.
Again, I have never once spoke on your child in a bad manner. What I have said, though, however, Rickster, is I have said quite bluntly, it is not my discussion to have. You brought your miscarriage to this app. I don't care enough to talk about it. So I'm very sorry that you want me to have the opinion where everyone should be backing you. I won't be doing that. I don't care. Leave me out of your messed up games.
Face to face, let's have it. Come and have a chat with you. Come and have a chat.
Let's have it. How about no? How about you don't turn up to my house with 2 other men?
Hey, pal.
This is why I love Corey. He's just so sassy.
Okay, we're gonna play different games, pal, right? God bless.
Are we really?
God bless. I'm sure our Holy Father would be so proud of you. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, everyone, for all the gifts. I really appreciate it. So obviously then we've got proof he went to Levi's. So obviously we rang Corey as soon as he went to Levi's and we said, Corey, just a heads up, Rickster's just tried to come to Levi's. He said, I already know he's been to mine. So we all already knew. We just sat on it. We waited for the right time. Then obviously when EQ put all that out this morning, we was like, right, now's the time to jump on it and out it. So then, obviously,